it, see it in my eyes. All I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet. I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die. Never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side. Yeah, we in it for life.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Down! 180! Check, 59!
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to set up his blockers. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check, lucky, now!
Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They will run with Grant. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Locke to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open here, Adam Thielen. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. As mentioned, here's the younger brother of Dustin. This is Bretton Colquitt to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards on the ground. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Grant. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming for you, son.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. This is Grant. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
To throw it is Locke. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Vikings. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10.
14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down now. It's Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Grant. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On second down, it's Grant. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The end result, 21 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Flushed out right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Michael Pierce and all of his 340-pound glory gets the sack. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. The Vikings... Going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Carr to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. On the carry, it's Cook. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tajay Sharp, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Locke now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Locke now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's into the clear. The 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return will stop right around the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week?
It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Raiders 27, Vikings 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they got the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Raiders 27.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 5 now. Carr escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On 3rd down, Grant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
Down. You ready? Mike 45. I'm coming.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Anthony Zettel popping in for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll find his running back here, Richard. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Ready up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is down to 2. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
A big spot now for the rookie lock. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
You draw courses. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check safety, check safety. Go on, go on.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
53.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw is Carr, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And no, it's incomplete. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
29. Too low. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. I'm on. Hey, check. Raider 9. To run. Mike's 50.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
You can't block me. You can't express.
Carr going to go on 4th down. He's got his man. It's Williams. There he goes left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams in the final minute as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases...
And that's caught inside the 30. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Throwing now is Locke. Flushed out right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give right side. It's Cook, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook.
The ball carrier.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is through. It is good. Dan Bailey, the hero as time expires. And it'll be a fun time of the